Stephen Miller is the president and founder of GetDismissed.com. Here now with some tips on how to get out of a ticket. Let's start with distracted driving. What are your options?
Well, first, it's interesting to know that there's only 2 days out of the year that they enforce it, right?
No, increased enforcement, I believe.
They enforce it every day. Now, you know, distracted driving has changed a lot over the last 10 years. When you originally, had phones, they didn't have all the options they do today. So if you get a ticket today, first off, you're not allowed to hold it in your hand at all. So if you do get a ticket, you have to show that, number one, you weren't using it, because obviously you can't be using it, and you have to show that you weren't holding in your hand. But that's a hard thing to do, because if you're just transferring it, let's say from your pocket to put on the dashboard, which is where it should be, if you touch that phone and an officer sees you do that, you can get a ticket for that.
What if you're looking at the maps function? Does that get you off in any way?
Well, here's the thing. You can use your phone for that as long as it's mounted to your dashboard or mounted to your window, your side or your front window. It's legal to do that with a touch of the finger or voice activated, but you can't be touching that phone at all.
Okay.
You used to be able to use maps all you want, holding it, but now you can't even hold it.
All right. So now I've been pulled over. What do I do?
Well, the first thing to do is when you get pulled over is pull to the side, turn off the engine, put the keys on the dashboard, keep your hands, on the wheel. When the officer comes up, be polite. You're not required to admit guilt. You don't need to say anything. As a matter of fact, we advise people not to argue with the officer, not to say anything. Matter of fact, talk maybe a little about some myths, but one of the myths is that people think that by signing the ticket right there that they're admitting guilt. You're actually not admitting guilt by signing the ticket. You're required to sign the ticket. It's your word to them to let you go on your way, that you'll deal with the ticket.
Can you fight a ticket without physically going to court?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is one of the unknown secrets in the California court system. It's been around since 1978. It's an option on the back of every ticket. It's called a trial by written declaration. Now, this is a way to fight a ticket without going to court. As a matter of fact, it's the best way in the California court system to fight a ticket without going to court, because number one, you don't go to court. The man doesn't have to go to court. It's all done in writing. You put your case together all in writing, just as if you were to go to court. Then the officer has to respond. The judge rules on the case. If you're innocent, if it's dismissed, no point on the record, bail's returned to you. It's like it never happened.
So essentially you're sending an email basically describing what happened or what this incident was?
Yeah, it's an official form. A trial by declaration is a legal form with the defense attached. And you know what? If it's not dismissed, the other beauty of it is you're right back where you started. You can still have your day in court or take traffic school if you're eligible. So why not fight it with the trial by declaration? It's the best way in the California court system.
Okay, give me the biggest traffic myth that people may not know about.
Well, I mentioned one earlier, but here's a traffic ticket myth, is that if you get a ticket on your bike, does it go on your driving record? Yeah, a lot of people think it does, because it's a traffic ticket. It carries a point. Actually, it doesn't carry a point on your record, but it's an official ticket. Okay. So people think it goes on your record. It doesn't go on your record.
All right, interesting. Yeah. And we can read more about it. Get Dismissed, the sequel. The sequel, there must have been other books before this.
This is our 4th book. You can go to our website, GetDismissed.com. We actually provide the service of trial by declarations, helping people with traffic tickets. We have several books on the subject. It's a great way to fight a ticket if you get a ticket that you don't feel is justified or one that you want to contest.
All right, Stephen Miller from GetDismissed.com. Thanks so much for coming in. Safe driving out there, everybody.